What's up, everybody? I'm Pastor Jeff Bassett. I'm here at Mount Hope Church. Super excited to hang out with you. One of the huge privileges that I get is to be the missions pastor here. We oversee 368 missionaries in 122 countries, all doing disciple-making, church-planting, incredible Jesus things. Recently, one of our pastors preached about the gifts of the Spirit, and I want to talk to you today about the gift of supernatural faith. In Hebrews, the Bible talks about faith, and it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things that we don't yet see. I think the word substance, when it comes to faith, is the right word to describe it. There's this knowing. It's like when you walk into a room and you know people love you, or you walk into a room and you know people are like not feeling you. You know it. Maybe there's not something you can put your finger on, maybe it's not something they directly said, but you just kind of feel it. I believe that faith is the substance of the things that we hope for. When we have this faith dream, or we think about what the world should look like with Jesus, it gives us a knowing, like a real strong, we can be confident in that there is some substance to it. We talk about stirring up our faith. And the picture that comes to mind is when you have a cup of coffee and you put sugar in it, but you don't stir it. You take that first sip and you're like, oh, there's no sugar in it at all. Well, if you stir it up, you'll find out that there is sugar there. I think all of us, when we give our lives to Jesus, have a measure of faith put into our soul. And it's our job to continually stir that up. God's gonna add more faith to it. But I think sometimes people think like, oh, I don't have the gift of faith. I can't do these big faith things. I think the reality is if you believe in Jesus, if you've come to a moment where you know Jesus really did come, he really did die on the cross, he rose again, this takes real faith. And so that faith is embedded into our souls, and we can stir it up and see incredible things happen, and the water can part, and our shadows can heal, and our faces can shine, and we can see the result, the dramatic result of the clear substance of faith, the evidence of the things we don't see, but it is actually tangible. We can see that happen when we exercise the gift of supernatural faith. When my wife and I made the decision to walk away from good jobs and sell everything we have and go and spend a decade in China, we didn't have a lot of tangible evidence that that was going to be good for us. We didn't know what it would mean for our kids or what our lives would look like, but we had faith. There was this beautiful gift of faith that was in us, and it was like we couldn't get away from it. We just knew that God was going to take care of us. Did we have a lot of questions? Yes. Did we try to do everything in the natural to take care of the answers to those questions? Yeah, for sure we did. But at the end of the day, we slept well because God gave us the gift of faith, and we knew what we had to do. Whether it led to the furnace or whether it led to the palace, we knew that God had given us this instruction, and it was by faith that we went after it. If you want to watch all of Pastor Joanna's amazing message on the gift of the Holy Spirit, it's right up here on the information card. Also, our entire field series is in our playlist on our channel. Check it out. You'll be blessed by it. It'll build your faith. Thank you so much for watching.